So I watched this Gem Goddess video the other day where she's talking about 5 signs that your manifestation is getting close. And the number one sign she talked about was resistance. You start seeing stuff that makes it look like your manifestation is not going to happen. Of course, counterintuitive, because on the one hand, you might think that the universe is suggesting maybe you go a different route or find something else, but in actuality, it's um, seeing how much you want it, how much you're willing to power through. Like Abraham Hicks, one of the videos I was watching, or I listen to regularly of a morning, it's a Love Rampage one, and it talks about how if you start looking to manifest something that you're not ready for, you're going to call in the the situations to get you ready for that to come into your life. I feel like that's kind of a big part of what I've been going through here lately, especially argument with my dad the other day, and that continues. I've not said anything. I haven't been saying anything. I come from a long line of negative people, and it is very difficult to try to change that mindset on my own, let alone for anybody else. So all I can do is change me. And I have been actively working to do that for some time now. They turn on, politics or religion or anything like that, I'm tuning it out or going in the other room. Don't say anything. I'm not telling them they can't listen to it. I'm just taking myself out of the situation so I don't have to listen to it. I just did that over at my grandma's house. There's a little weekly get together over there, and they started talking about politics. It's like, well, that's my sign. You take that note and hightail it up out of here. And so I did. And of course, comments were made because I left because politics were the topic of conversation. It's like, what does it achieve? Like, you know that I'm going to be leaving the room if that's what you're wanting to talk about, and yet you continue to want to talk about it. I'm not telling you can't talk about it, but you feel the need to to cut me down because I'm not going to sit there and listen to it. It's frustrating. But such is life right now. I am grateful that I don't have to just sit there and listen to it, and that I can get up and leave. I am grateful for my headphones that I have on me almost all the time now, because I can listen to whatever I want. Whether that's music or videos on YouTube or anything else. I don't think it's relevant for me to be around when you know you're talking about something I don't want to hear about, and you're choosing to go that route anyway. So, I mean, it's not because you respect me that you're having this conversation. But there's one of those things that is just so aggravating. My mom commented the other day that my dad has said for a while that he doesn't think I like him, and that he is, I guess, grumpy because he doesn't think he gets respect. It's like, I never said he couldn't do any of the shit he wants to do. I simply removed myself from the equation, and I will continue to do that. I drew a couple cards earlier that are actually talking about this situation, my energy for the week. One was man holding a heart reversed. It talked about demanding critical figure in your life, making things potentially difficult. Check. And hostilities. The hostilities card is more potent than the deceit card, because it means that it's the feelings toward you are already actively engaged. Well, clearly. Got called a dumb bitch though this week, so yeah, clearly that's the case. And it's so stupid because literally the only thing I'm doing that pisses everybody off so much is I'm removing myself from the situation. I don't find it necessary to sit there and listen to stuff where people are just gonna talk crap around me, and then direct it at me if I don't engage. What's the point of that? But I'm not gonna engage with it. You know, I think both cards mentioned setting boundaries and sticking to them, because if you don't stick to the boundaries that you set, the universe will bring you more of the same, thinking that you're allowing it, so you must want more of it. And I do not want more of it, although there's plenty to go around in my family. And of course, the Thanksgiving week. Kind of wish we could just like zoom past these holidays, but I know every part of this journey is necessary. Each step, you know, being able to set my boundaries and prove that I'm going to set my boundaries and stick with them. Had one card that was repairing the veil from one of my energy oracle decks. And it's talking about addressing the issue before it becomes a bigger issue. It's like, how am I supposed to do that now? I don't even know. But there too, I know that everything that has been happening has been making me stronger and has been making me stand up for myself, and I never used to do that. That was a very difficult part of the process, but a necessary part of the process. And you know, that resulted in a divorce a few years ago, and now what am I gonna do, just divorce my family? I mean, if I can get out of here, then I probably will not come back very much. I can say that, because we're just at that point where it's like they don't care what I have to say, let alone respect it. So I think it's more respectful for me, if they want my respect, to walk away rather than just squash my own boundaries and just deal with the bullshit anyway. Not interested. And I've done a lot of thinking about it, and I know that the way my family is largely why I ended up in the marriage situation that I did, and it came from bad beliefs as much as anything, and stuff I'm not choosing to repeat. I'm done with those things. That's not my life anymore. Now, if my life could just kind of move around that would be okay. But I am thankful that, you know, even this past week, I've made big strides, like on this whole, the whole talking to a camera thing. You know, last week it took me like a half hour before I did it the first time. This time I sat down on my rock and started talking and recording one video, and then ended up deleting it because I stopped it because it looked like somebody was going to come over and talk to me for a minute. So I just deleted that and just started all over. But then I started all over, and this one's been, I feel like it's been much more coherent. So that's favorable. And I don't know. things will come together. Things will work out. And I'm just going to keep on working on me because that's all I can do. So here we go, working on me. See y'all later.